Hey guys, I'm going to do a full face application for you. I'm going to try to do it really quick and not be too long-winded. But first I also wanted to mention, I forgot to mention earlier, that I can color match you to your custom color shades. All I need is a makeup-free selfie, and you can either shoot that over to me in Messenger, or I'll leave my phone number and you can text it to me. I also have a color match form that you can fill out and just attach the photo there. So if you don't want to do a makeup-free selfie, there is another way, because some people don't want to do that. They have pre-made collections. So on the site, you can go to the pre-made collections, and there is photographs there to help you choose or decide which level your skin tone falls into. I can't remember how many levels there are from fair to dark, and pictures to help you kind of decide where you fall in the range. And then there's pre-made collections. So if you buy one of those pre-made collections, you get a discount. It is a savings, and they come in a 4-pack, a 4 palette with a brush. I believe it's this 3D brush like this, or an 8 palette, which is the same size as the 4. It's just a double-decker. And then I believe there is one other size larger than that. I'll have to look it up. I'll put the details in the comments, but it also includes eyeshadow. So it just depends on how much you want to have in your palette. So those pre-made collections, they're a savings, and then you don't have to send me a makeup-free selfie. So, but I'm happy to help you with that. So let's go ahead and get started. I am just going to do a full face like I normally do, and I'm going to show you a couple things, a couple different ways that you can do it. So I've started using the blend brush, which is a much softer, lighter coverage application. I use the small end to do my color correcting, and I always do my color correcting before I put my makeup on. It's just a personal preference. You could put your full face on and then go in and color correct if you need to. You may not need to color correct. You may get enough correction just with your main highlight and brightening highlight. I don't like to put much product around my eyes, because now that I have wrinkles, it just accentuates everything if I put too much there. The color correctors are a little different consistency. So that's the product that I like to use around my eyes. It doesn't really show any creasing or crepiness. It looks very natural, and it corrects the darkness that I have. Like, I have dark circles, but I also have sunspots right there that like make it look even darker. So for my skin tone, I use 03, which looks like this, and Y1. So the Y1 is yellow. It corrects the purplish color. The 03 corrects the bluish color, and I have both. Some people will just have one or the other. So I just dip into a little bit of each color, and I dab it into my dark circle, making sure to kind of get it in that trough right there. And then I also like to do my eyelid, because I have some darkness there and some veins. So this helps to color correct that. And it also acts as a primer for my eyeshadow, helps my eyeshadow go on more evenly, makes the colors more vibrant. So see how that just kind of corrected that darkness. Now I'm going to do the other eye. The same thing, I just kind of dab in. Now, I like using the brush like this. You could just use your finger. And just tap it on. It takes very little. If you're seeing the product on your skin, you're probably using too much. So this 03 also works really well to correct the redness on the cheeks and around the nose, little acne spots. Now, if that redness is really bright and angry looking, then it probably has some purple undertones. You're going to need a little bit of yellow, or If it's super, super red, that's when you're going to go in with your green corrector. But most of the time, an orange corrector will correct that kind of redness because it's actually the blue tones that are creating the appearance of red. So I just kind of hit those red spots on my face a little bit like that. Then because I have the like age spots, sun damage, I don't know if you would call it melasma, but darkness, uneven skin tone. I like to go in with a little bit of a bronzer, and I use this fluffy end of the blend brush, and I just add a little bit all over before I start applying my foundation. This just helps to even out my skin tone. It also gives kind of a sun-kissed glow. As we get older, we need to add in some warmth. I feel like if I don't do that and I apply the makeup, if there isn't a little bit of warmth in it, my face just starts to look like a corpse. So we're just warming it up a little. Then I go in and I personally like to do my contour next. So I'm gonna highlight, this is the detail brush. I love the shape of this for applying contour. So this is Astoria, is the shade of this contour. And then I just apply it kind of right on the cheekbone from the hairline to about halfway of the eye. This works really well on the nose, this brush, because of the shape of it. I just kind of lay it down right on the top of my nose to contour. So this will kind of slim the appearance of the nose. You also could do the same thing with your fingers by taking a little bit on your fingers, putting your fingers together like this, and then just running them down the center of your nose. You could do this whole application with your fingers if you wanted to do dots or a line, and then just use a brush to blend. I like to come down my neck a little bit to create a shadow to help hide my turkey neck. The other brush that works really well for contouring is the smudge brush, the small end of the smudge brush. You can use that for your contour. Some people will even use, this is the blush bronzer brush, and you can kind of pinch the end of it together to create more of that shape and use that to apply your bronzer. So there's so many different possibilities. If I'm going to apply a brightening highlight, I usually will either just use my fingers or the smudge brush. The brightening highlight is to add a brightness to your face. It's also used as a concealer. I just use a little bit to brighten and highlight the center of my face, so wherever you want to draw attention to. But again, I don't like to apply a lot of product around my eyes. Then you could go in using the same brush on your main highlight, which is another name for foundation. You could do dots. You can do lines. You can use your finger and just kind of dot it on anywhere that you haven't already applied your brightening highlight or your contour. I like to use the blend brush the best because it's the lightest coverage, and I don't really want to wear a lot of makeup. I just want to kind of add definition and dimension with the least amount of product. So I like to go in with this because it's the fluffier the brush, the lighter the coverage. And I just kind of even out the skin tone a little bit. So this fluffy brush isn't picking up much product at all. Then I'm going to add this Lip and Cheek is Madrid. It's kind of my go-to color right now. It's a more of a satin. It's not very glossy, which those tend to last longer than the glosses do. They're longer wearing. And I like to apply my cheek color right above where I've applied my contour. My favorite brush for blending is